Braves. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the San Diego Padres going up against the Atlanta Braves. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about to get started, and starting this one, Chris Sale.
Big time arm power. One thing he struggles with, though, is repeating his delivery. And sometimes you have bigger pitchers trying to sync things up. Not as easy as a more compact pitcher. But if he can get command going, establish it early, and carry it through the ball game, he's going to pitch deep into this one.
Luis Arraez stands in. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And away we go this afternoon.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
0-1 now. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down. This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
On its way to the corner. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Strike three. Throws him with the front door slider.
Boom. He was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. And the pitch a little bit low, ball one. Sale, a 6'6" southpaw, more than 100 career wins on the mound, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. And there's the strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
1-2.
Outside with a breaking ball. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the Padres have a man aboard with one out.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. And that's in there for a strike. A little slider that finds the mark. Hit on the ground, might be two. There's one. On to Olsen. That's two. One hit in the inning, but no one left. And now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. Back here in Atlanta, today's starting pitcher, Yu Darvish. What do we need to know here?
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to. Misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the defense work behind him.
Bottom of the first, and now the center fielder, Michael Harris the second.
Michael Harris.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. That one fouled off. Darvish kicks, delivers. Swung on, belted. That's back. It's off the top of the wall. Around first and hustling for second, and he's got a leadoff double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And here's the veteran outfielder, Jurickson Profar. That one outside, and that's ball one. Out towards right center field. Tatis after it. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only one out. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and
this one swung on and hit well, way back there. And that is gone. That's worth the price of admission. It's 2-0. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. Versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Base is empty, one away. Here's Matt Olson down. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Still only one out here in the inning. Yeah, that's fouled off. Slider for a strike.
Very good pitch. Backed up a little bit, expecting it to go middle away, and it just sort of stayed on the inside corner. Probably good take, because he would have gotten jammed had he swung the bat.
Clobber to right field, way back, gone. He'll circle the bases, and they add to their lead. It's 3-0.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in the lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
One out, base is empty. Marcell Ozuna next up for the Braves. Fought off foul. One out, base is empty. Top of the zone for a called strike.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
One and two.
Pitch misses there, and it's 2-2. And that skips into dirt. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. Plus, he gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see more from the pitcher. Not the result he wanted, but that's still a good at-bat.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Slider right there. 2 outs, base is empty. Swings through that one, out in front that time.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Nice grab on the run. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show. Top of the second, stepping in for San Diego, Manny Machado.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope.
That's the ball.
You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Check swing, called strike.
Boom, one of our favorites, Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. He's a good one. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that's too high.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. And they're on the board. It's 3-1.
That swing just injected more drama into this one. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Not even close there. Ball 1. Cronenworth, a 7th round pick by the Rays in 2015 out of the University of Michigan, where he was a two-way guy. And in fact, the Rays used him that way. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the second. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And here is Xander Bogaerts. And that drops in for a strike. Sale. He's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. Slice down the right side.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and you know he's got the command to be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher booth, and throwing the pitch.
One down, base is empty. Back up the, oh, that got him. Wins the race to the bag, and they get it out of the play. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Now the left fielder, Connor Joe. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping players off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today, the emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
Sale delivers. Swing and a miss. Sale picks up the strikeout. Manny Machado with the blast for the Padres. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. Back at Truist Park, we head to the bottom of the second. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Sean Murphy.
Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is Hideo Nomo, my former teammate.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike.
0-1.
That one ripped back there onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Batting 8, right fielder, Jared.
Here's Jared Kelnick. First offering, and it just misses. And another ball.
2-0. Nope, ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Foul ball. That one is inside ball 4. And I mean, oh, so close.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
Here's Orlando Arcia. And a foul ball. Kelnick, the base runner at first with one out. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
That misses. Going to count 1-2. That one just misses.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Darvish checks on the runner. Kelnick back on a dive. The pitch. Sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it'd be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. The 0-1. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Two outs. Stays alive. On the inside corner for called strike 3. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left. We played 2 full. It's the Braves 3 and the Padres 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 3rd inning. Now it's the rookie DH, Tirso Ornelas. Sale back to work. And that one hit to first. And it goes just foul. And a swing and a miss there.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Way high with that one. 1-2 the count. In the air, center field. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the grab, and there's one down. Here's Elias Diaz.
Elias Diaz.
Fastball for a strike at 95. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Ground ball right side. Albies throws to first in time.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it and got the ground ball.
And now the first baseman, Luis Arias, led off the game with a strikeout. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1.
You want to be patient here. Try to work a walk if you can. You've got a big power bat behind you in the on-deck circle, and with 2 outs, 1 swing can put you right back in this ball game.
And Sale deals.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Fernando Tatis Jr. on deck for the Padres. Sale ready. That one finds the zone. 3-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Got a full count.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Tatis batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Padres leave 1, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. And we're back as we go to the last of the 3rd. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jurickson Profar. That misses.
That's a ball.
1-0. Profar, who hails from Curacao, same place that produced Andrew Jones. Strike on the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Swings through that one.
1-2.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Now batting,
Austin Riley at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. That is upstairs for ball 1. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Wow, no
1-2
fair
the
right
count.
there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 3. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Tatis makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting. First base.
2 down, base is empty. Now a chance for Matt Olson. He's already homered in this game. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And ball
That's a
1.
ball. 1-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Two and two.
Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. It's 4-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. He got on plane with that high fastball, then look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
Marcelo Zuna coming up to hit. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Inside. And that's ball 1. And another ball. Darvish maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the third out, and we'll end the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Back here in Atlanta as we go to the top of the fourth. So digging in now for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
And strike 2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Machado in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Next pitch is downstairs. And that is out of play. And there's a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Everything came together perfectly for him
Now
right there.
batting,
112
second
miles per
baseman,
hour. The
Jake
ball seemed to
Cronenworth.
explode off the bat right there. He put everything together on that swing, so that's one of those knocks that feels a little extra sweet.
And now Jake Cronenworth on the ground to first. Could be two. Over to Arcia. That's one. And their second double play of the day will end the fourth. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We're midway in the fourth. It's the Braves 4 and the Padres 1. Back at Truist Park. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Albies, multi-time All-Star, 28 years old. And he's a native of Curacao. In there at the knees, that's strike one. Just missed.
That missed.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Darvish delivers. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And takes low for ball 1.
1-1.
Swing and a miss.
Clearly he was
1 and
sitting on a
2's the count.
fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, right fielder.
They're back in trouble, Boog, and it's just been like this for him most of the game. They've been all over him since his first pitch, and I think he's got a very short leash right now. Really needs to lock it down here.
So a man aboard. Now here is Jared Kelenic. Walked his first time. And that one lifted in the air center field. Merrill brings it in. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Braves, the shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Orlando Arcia digs in now. Caught looking his first time up. Right through there for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Sean Reynolds up and throwing. Matsui also throwing. Two outs. This one in the dirt.
0-2.
Not close
1 ball,
with
2
that
strikes.
one. Now 1-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
The 1-2. Slider misses outside. Murphy leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That misses. Ball 3.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Michael Harris II on deck for Atlanta. Payoff pitch. On the ground out to short. Zips it across. And that is the inning. Braves strand 1 as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. We go to the top of the
Leading off
fifth,
for
and
San
here
Diego,
comes Xander
shortstop,
Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts.
Bogaerts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point. You know, these Padres just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for him to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now batting,
Connor
left fielder,
Joe, the
Connor
next up for the
Joe.
Padres. His first at bat was a strikeout. Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
There's a strike. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. And it flies to the deepest part of the park. No doubt about this one. Home run. A soaring shot to center. It's 4-3.
When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
And now it's Tirso Ornelas. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Fastball in for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame, and we're at the top of the fifth. And the slider just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now batting, catcher,
And now it's Elias
Diaz.
Diaz. Grounded out his first time up. Ball 1, no strikes. Swinging a foul straight back.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
1-2.
Pitch misses. 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Next for the Padres,
Now
Luis
batting, first
Arias.
baseman,
He is
Luis
struck
Arias.
out, and he is walked. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Ooh,
1-1.
Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 4-3 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back to the
Leading off for the
ballpark.
Braves,
Ready to go for the
center
last half of the
fielder,
inning. Now the
Michael
leadoff spot for the Braves,
Harris.
Michael Harris II.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
First pitch misses. And now maybe extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. That does it for you, Darvish, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Righty reliever out of the pen, Sean Reynolds.
25.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Profar climbs in on that left side. 0 for 2 in this one. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
You know, these Braves, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Man at second. Down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Fastball, and he gets out of the way. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. And he grounds one to the right side. Oh, and it hits the base. And they get the out after the ricochet.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Riley up to the plate for the third time as he looks at one down low.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And that one is inside. Harris stands at third with one gone in the inning. That one misses. 3-1.
I know a slider's a great pitch, but when you've got really good velocity, sometimes you just got to challenge the hitter with that four-seamer.
Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now.
You got a full count.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now batting first baseman, Matt.
Runners at the corners here, one away. And now it's Atlanta's cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. pitch
Nope,
misses
that's
inside, and that's ball one.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a miss.
Wow, good luck catching up to that
1-1.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Runners are at the corners. One away. Pulls the string with the changeup. Struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swing and a grounder, foul first base side.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw and save. Couldn't recover from the misplay.
Well, with 2 outs, I'm thinking he had his mind on getting in the dugout so they could get to hitting. All it takes is just a little lapse in concentration. So now let's see if his pitcher will pick him up.
First and second, 2 outs. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ozzie Albies. That one missed. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 3.
Comes through with the RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
First and second, 2 down. Digging in, Sean Murphy, 1 for 2. First pitch just misses. Hard hit left side. To second, there's Cronenworth. Inning over, and it could have been worse. So 2 runs on 2 base hits. 1 error, but 2 are left stranded. 5 innings complete. Braves 6 and the Padres 3. And we're back.
Leading
Top of the
off for the
6th
Padres,
inning. Now it's
right
Fernando
fielder,
Tatis
Fernando
Jr.
Tatis Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. Tatis waits. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
That one missing inside. And that's downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That one hit to right. And that'll fall for a base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. In there safely.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
Brian Snitker out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. That does it for Chris Sale as the lefty makes way. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching.
Dylan Lee takes over on the mound.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. Swing and a miss. There's the slider, and it's 0-1.
One strike.
Pickoff move to second. Tatis dives back in. Swings through that one for strike two. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Pierce Johnson getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Bummer warming up as well. Runner at second, nobody out. Just outside. And the count is 1-2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
And now 2-2. Cut out and miss, struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch in that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
Here's Machado. That clips a corner. Hit hard, base hit. Here comes Tatis around third. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and it's 6-4.
A costly mistake in the outfield thanks to the bad read and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. And that one upstairs, ball one.
One ball, no strikes.
With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the sixth. And that's a little high.
2-1.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
2-2.
Next offering is downstairs.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Pop up here, third base side. Riley sizes this one up. He's got it, and there's two away.
Now batting, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Here's Bogaerts now. He's 0 for 1. That one hooked foul. And he can't come up with it. Still slings it to second. They take the force out, and that is the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 6-4 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
Now pitching for
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Yuki Matsui.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jared Kelnick.
Right fielder, Jared Kelnick.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. And he drops it down the third baseline. It's safe at first, a bunt single.
He was racing down the line and probably didn't assume he was going to be safe until his foot hit the bag and looked up for the umpire. Nice bunt and great hustle to get himself a knock.
Now it's the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. Ball one, no strikes. Kelnick gets his lead at first, nobody out. And the next pitch is way outside.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
2-0. And that one off the outside edge. Action in the pen down there. Adrian Morejon, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. And there's the automatic. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swinging at ball 4 that was off the outside edge.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Runner takes off. Cut out and miss. Throw, and they got him.
Not a fast runner on the base path, so this kind of looks like it was a hit and run call from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That's outside. Ball 2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the inning.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Here's Johnson.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So digging in now for San Diego, Connor Joe. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
Johnson, in his 6th season, he throws a curveball, a 4-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter. Outside, and it's 2-0. That's a little bit low. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
Next offering is in for a strike.
3-1.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Ornelas in the box again, takes a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one pulled foul. One down, base is empty. Popped up. Nabs it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, catcher Elias Diaz.
Elias Diaz, the next up for the Padres. Curveball drops in for a strike. That's in there. 0-2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So they go quietly there, midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Braves 6, Padres 4. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Adrian Morejon.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That is upstairs for ball 1. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark, but obviously out of the bullpen you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. Just doesn't matter for him. He looks at attacking the zone and attacking hitters regardless of the situation.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Bogarts tosses across to first. Profar is out.
Up next for the Braves, third baseman Austin.
Here comes Austin Riley. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a two-run blast as fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
Down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
That clips the corner. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that's in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one
2-2.
misses, and the count is even 2-2. And that just misses. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Matt Olson up to the plate. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
That one misses. That's 5 straight.
1-0.
Late swing, foul to the left. Now snap throw to first.
No,
and he's back safely. Man at first, 1 away. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
1-2.
On the ground to third. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Nothing across here this half. Look ahead to inning number 8. Braves 6, Padres 4. Ready to begin the 8th. And here's the first baseman, Luis Arias. Johnson back to work. Slap the other way, foul. Pitch is in there. 0-2 now. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Raisel Iglesias, the closer of the staff, is getting loose to finish this one off. Bummer, a left-hander, also throwing. Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling. You think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called 3rd strike.
Tatis stands in now and watches strike 1.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
That just misses.
That's outside.
And it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. On the ground to third, Riley. Zips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
2 outs, base is empty. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. And that one is in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Padres down in order. And the score remains 6-4. So they bring on the veteran, Wandy Peralta.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's Marcell Ozuna.
To the Braves, designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
On the ground right side, the rise. And he handles it himself for the out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Ozzy Albies.
Ozzy Albies up to the plate. That's outside.
That's
ball
ball.
1. Movement in the bullpen. Jason Adam getting ready to go. Now 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Murphy
One
at
ball,
the plate
no
now. That's ball 1. On the ground right side, and that one handled. Throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. Braves go down quickly here. They still lead it though, 6-4. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get up.
A changeup missing, and that is ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
And Manny gets a piece.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
Ground ball up the middle, and that's off the second base bag. And no throw. He's into first easily.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Cronenworth up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. And another ball.
That's out.
Missed with a changeup. And now 3-0.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Tying run at the plate.
Yeah.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
And that one fouled off. The tying run at the plate. Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball game.
Substitution now at second base. Entering is the pinch runner, Tyler Wade.
Tyler Wade.
And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. That's in there, and that is strike one. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. It's going to fall for a hit. One runs in. Kelnick with a quick throw back in, and the stop sign goes up at third on the potential tying run.
No, that at bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock. So now it just comes down to situational hitting to get the tying run home. They've got a really great opportunity to do that.
And the batter now, Connor Joe. There's a strike.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. Next offering upstairs.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
2-2 now. And down on strikes he goes. And that is a big first out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So now a pinch hitter, Luis Campusano.
Oh, great spot. He's looking to come through with that go-ahead run on base.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Next offering is down low.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That one finds the zone. Now 2 balls and a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Two on, 1 out. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Just misses there.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Raisel Iglesias gives way, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him.
Now pitching.
Aaron Bummer into the game.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
So bases all loaded up. Here's the catcher, Elias Diaz. Golden opportunity right here. Cut on and lifted in the air. Squeezes it. Here comes the runner from third. Play at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. That ties it up at 6.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Next for the Padres, Luis Arias. A little bit low. Ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. A right-hander is up and throwing. Bomber deals. Right through there for a strike. And that one got a piece of him.
That got him.
These types of mistakes usually turn out to be costly this late in the ball game. Things can really slip away in a hurry.
Right fielder,
And the batter
Tatis
will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads.
That's the ball.
That was the sweeper, but it missed. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2. So they're all loaded up. Next pitch is downstairs. That's ripped into the outfield. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. One run's in. Now the second run is in. And they lead by 2. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
So 2 down. Jackson. So with second and third occupied, they go for the intentional walk. Base is now loaded, and there's a force at every base.
The Padres, third base.
2 outs. Base is full. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Tyler Wade. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Base knock here really gives them an opportunity to take control of this ball game. You don't want that other team to think they have a shot, and a knock here would be a big blow.
And he hits a ground ball right side. All these in plenty of time to first, and that is that. So an incredible rally here at the top of the ninth has completely flipped the script of this game. It's the Padres 8 and the Braves 6. So coming into the game now on defense, Tyler Wade. He's the new third baseman.
Number 14.
So they turn to their closer, Robert Suarez.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Now it's the right fielder, Jared Kelnick.
Right fielder, Jared Kelnick.
That one in triple digits. That one catches the corner for a strike. In the dirt. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Arcia in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Base is empty, one away. We're in the last half of the ninth inning.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. The Braves trailing by 2 here in the last half of inning number 9. And that skips in the dirt.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Corrals it, and there are 2 outs.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Harris at the plate and takes high there. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Next offering in there for a strike. And a count 1-1. The Braves down to their final strike. And that one finds its way through. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Profar in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. The next offering misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Profar gets a piece there. With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Two outs.
2-2.
In the dirt, blocked. Next pitch way upstairs.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
And the tying run is on base.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Now batting, third baseman, Austin Riley.
Here is Austin Riley. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Around third, he'll score. Coming home. Plays the plate, and they cut him down. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard as this one is over.
Sometimes games come down to this. You've got to press the issue. Try to get that run across and tie it up. But an excellent throw. Nice job of concentration putting the tag on the runner. Exciting finish to this game today.